Sweden, the land of Surströmming, ABBA and Leif GW Persson. We start our little journey in the south in a small town called Örkelljunga where I live. Me and my good friend Pölse sat at the computer for a couple of days to scout out our route, to see points of interest and what kind of roads we were gonna take. We call him Pölse cause he's got red hair and a big... he just got red hair. Yes sirree Bob, these are your bona fide, genuine, typical Swedes. One is an elementary school teacher and molds young minds, and the other one molds fish as in a fish taxidermist with his own sport fishing brand.
Saltfläsk.
And a passion for making homemade wine. In Sweden we eat the rökt kalkon and blueberries as is tradition. And after a quick breakfast we started loading up Johan's two-door mommy wagon, and boy, we were at capacity.
We got the thermocell ready to go, 3 of them. Gonna be pretty interesting to check how they work on the mosquitoes up there. Refills, and if that doesn't work, well, there's obviously some other mosquito repellents.
The first objective of the trip is to drive some 1,145 kilometers north.
Why do we want to take a trip like this?
To see Sweden and to be able to say that we have seen it.
Yeah, basically we just want to see shit. We're gonna show you guys, you know, the small things you need to do without a big budget, or need to do. I have no fucking idea how this trip is gonna play out. Jesus Christ, this is so low budget.
We are driving the E4 highway, which is, for us who have traveled this way before, really boring. But for a first-timer, there are nice cities, lakes and places to visit along the way. The E4 takes us, for example, past our Swedish capital, Stockholm, which is nice if you're into big cities.
So it's pretty straight way, but we just want to, you know, get up as fast as we possibly could, and the E4 is fantastic for that. So we're gonna go on this road until it stops.
Yeah, and then some.
And then some. Okay, so we're about 8 hours plus into our journey. We've made 1 gas stop and 1 food stop. That's it for 8 hours plus. Still nothing much to see. I mean, it's pretty. And if you're
We're pretty.
Yeah, we're pretty too. So we could just be home watching Netflix and be pretty together. But right now it's just trees and stones. Trees and stones. It's beautiful nature, but to where we're going, it's supposed to be awesome and spectacular.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
Our first stop will be at my friend Matt's place, who I know from the annual Swedish sport fishing show. He came through as always with food and a good night's sleep and some sightseeing on the morning after.
Hi, this is Captain Matt. Yeah, welcome. Thank you, sir.
Umeå is considered to be the pearl of the northern east coast. A city of about 86,000 people, it has something for just about everyone. A city of universities, culture, great nightlife and beautiful surroundings that will probably satisfy most folks that enjoy cities. We are not those people, but it was however nice to stroll around an early Saturday morning with minimal people out on the streets. Along the coast there are cities to visit if you're into that. We made a few quick stops and sure enough they're nice, but there's just something universal with the cities that just don't cut it for us. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with a lot of cool people at the bars, but we had our eyes on the most northern city along the E4, the border town of Haparanda.
We just want to experience, just to have been there. And also I have a stupid ass ice cream check from my bank for 25 crowns. I'm gonna use it in Haparanda. Somehow I think it's gonna be some sort of digital hassle for them, but most likely not. Anyway, I want to cash their stupid ass check for a fucking ice cream for all the money I'm making them, and we all, yeah, it's just disrespectful to send their piece of shit Capoon.
They're fucking Capoon
It's
ice cream.
Ray-Bat.
Don't you send me that Capoon ice cream.
You know what a Ray-Bat Capoon is? Yeah, that's the one. This is a Ray-Bat Capoon. We call them in Sweden.
They should send you just the poon, not the Capoon. Just poon.
Yeah.
In the mail.
Yeah, why don't they send me just the poon? Sure like poon.
Bank poon.
After that, the real trip starts. This was just, you know, the...
We will also go just inside Finland.
Finland?
Oh my god, not Finland!
Oh, no! Yeah, we're just gonna get inside Finland real quick and finish that off. And then we're gonna go out to the wilderness and get eaten by snakes and raped by bears. We're about to cross the Finnish border. We're going to Finland.
Oh, no, not Finland.
Hey guys, Finland's dead! Oh no! No! No, not a Finland!
We love the Finnish people. They're awesome. Here's IKEA. Didn't expect that in Happy Randy. And to the sound of creeping death, we are, Jesus fuck, almost dead.
Jag ser verkligen ingenting när du
Okay, it's gonna happen, folks.
So now we're in Finland.
So make-
Okay, I don't understand the signs. Why do people talk that funny? Oh, we need to go home, I think.
Yeah, this is bullshit, man. Here we go.
Oh, there's Sweden over there.
Oh, let's go to Sweden. Let's go to Sweden. I like Sweden more. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. So we're back in Sweden. Feels good.
It was a nice trip to Finland.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I could go again, but
It was what you'd expect. A lot of Finnish people. Good death metal scene.
vad ska vi nu?
Ica Maxi, I shall have my fucking ice cream. Or Coop, if that's more convenient.
Yeah, it is.
Alright. Huh. Happy Randy. Tastes so good. Fuck you, bank. Let's go and see some of the country. Not the cities. Not all this crap. Let's go out to the wild. With my ice cream. So now we're how many miles from Umeå?
About miles, I don't know. About
Well,
800
kilometers.
800.
800 kilometers north.
Yeah.
Or kind of north. No, not north, but we've been, you know, kind of zigzagging a little bit.
Yeah, but pretty much straight up.
Yeah. Kilometers. You need to learn the metric systems. Tell your local congressman. It's really windy. I'm sorry about that. The weather is shit, and it's way too shallow out there. Not a good fishing spot, but a good spot to have a good night's sleep. And in this shit weather, well, you can play with fire, and you can drink the a-borrar carp fishing tent, of course, since I'm a former carp angler. Gets in handy in situations like this.
It's the midnight sun going on, but we ain't got no sun, we got rain and shit.
We're apparently playing in a traveling band.
Yep. Just making the best of it. There's a witch out there. It's cozy here. Now, if there is somebody who says something about this, then I mean, it's really okay to put this on for a couple of minutes to get some warmth going on. Obviously, you can't fall asleep with it on maximum, but it's not that big of a deal. It's still a tent. The ventilation is really, really good. You won't die. And if you do, it's because you're stupid, so use it with common sense.
We're hoping to go to Treriksröset. You can try to say that if you want.
Treriksröset.
It's supposed to be this stone set in the cross section of where Sweden, Norway and Finland meets.
Yeah.
So we're going there, like we said, trees and stones. So we're going to find the stone.
Yeah.
And show it to you. So you don't need to go to Treriksröset.
No, we'll do that for you.
Life is a high and you keep on tripping it. You beg and cry but nobody's listening. Promises turns to lies. The ghost will come to life. Walk with a rhythm or live by the blues.
So now we're in Norway. Norway is fucking spectacular.
You took the road. You took the road where no man should go. Life is a high and you keep on tripping it. You beg and cry but nobody's listening. Promises turns to lies. The ghost will come to life. Walk with a rhythm or live by the blues again. You took the road. You took the road. You took the road where no man should go.
Snow in the summertime. It's not even up on a hill or anything. Pretty darn cool. Else is praying in front of the giant rock. That's it. You stand here, you're in Finland?
You took
go to Denmark, and you can't do that. So my camera died today. It's supposed to be rainproof. Not really. Yeah, let's take a look at the mofo sun. Look at that shit. Yeah. That's what you get when you're above the polar circle. I always do catch and release, but beautiful lake like this, we caught a couple of perch, released some of them, and Pölse, he caught one. We needed to eat that one. It was pretty small, a lot of them in the lake. We're not disrupting any ecosystems. So right now, that little sweet piece of meat is gonna be in our bellies soon. There's no people here. We're alone. We're
In a nice place like this.
yeah, just living our adult lives.
You're an adult?
Nah, not really.
You claim to be, man.
I used to be.
We drove from Treriksröset to the mining city or town of Kiruna. We Swedes hear a lot about Kiruna, so our hopes were pretty high. Instead, we found out it was a really shitty and ugly town. We had the worst time here. I didn't even bother to pick up the camera. And during dinner at a restaurant, we couldn't help overlisten loud, I guess, local politicians with some sort of delegation bragging about their salaries. I mean, like the visuals of this city wasn't enough. It felt like Kiruna literally took a shit on my face as soon as I got out of the car. I don't recommend anyone to go here. I mean, if you like broken mountains and bad city planning, then you'll love it here. But this town did absolutely nothing for us. I wonder where all the money from the mining went, probably to move the city away from all of this. And yeah, it's true actually, Google it, they're actually moving the city. Obviously, I'm being harsh here. I would love to give Kiruna a second chance, but we really did not enjoy our stay here. After Kiruna, we went to Gällivare, which on the other hand was really nice. There was something cozy and genuine with this town, and we actually debated for an hour if we shouldn't stay there instead of going to the mountains in the top corner of the national park Sarek.
Hey dude, you're not helping Santa Claus at all. How the hell is a spoiled brat gonna get his dirt bike on Christmas when you're out here? Look at that. Hey, dude. Draining the old snake, are we?
Yes, we are.
Yep. We're kind of alone here, so yeah, nice view to take a piss.
My piss is a nice view.
We're gonna keep moving inland. Inland? Yeah, we're west. But those mountains, man. And there's snow up there. Not really warm. It's like 10 degrees Celsius. If you're not familiar with Celsius, then you didn't learn it because it's
Get with the rest.
yeah, get with the rest of the world. They don't have any drinking rules out here, so I think you can drink as much beer as you want and still drive a car. It's really amazing. No, you can't. But Something tells me the locals do it all the time. But you shouldn't drink and drive.
Born out of ashes, I am made of smoke. A heart of stone and a cold-blooded soul. So why should I try to leave my troubles behind if no one cares?
So we found a really gorgeous place at Ritsem. It's in the national park, and this is probably the best place, at least for this year or decade, to have some of mine homemade wine. First there were, it was really green and nice and reindeers and shit. He's not gonna help Santa this year. But then it got really rocky, and it was pretty cool, but we were thinking maybe we shouldn't camp out here.
Inside me along my spine.
Oh my god, that is a good wine right there. That's an adult beverage. Just look at that shit.
They got into my head, they got into my mind. They're under my skin as the flames get high.
How about all those suckers that didn't take this spot? I need to
reckon they gave up.
wait. I need to do interview style because this is a small.
I reckon they gave up. The trip here was about from the main road. It's 150 kilometers maybe, and a lot of them gave up at 80 or 90 because it looked the same. But
Yeah, and
we pulled out.
they parked out at like piece of shit parking spots with
Yeah.
trees and rocks on the other side. It wasn't pretty at all.
Gravel spots.
So they don't get to say we experienced it like really proper out here in the wilderness. They were just in a parking lot.
Yeah, I guess we won, and they lost.
We won. Fuck them, right?
Fuck 'em all.
Fuck them all to death.
Fuck them all to death! Fuck them all to death!
This stone was on the fire, so I made a contraption here to keep my anus really warm.
And the sound of 1,000.
There you have it, folks. The midnight sun. I hope you can hope you get a chance to experience it, because it's like we should be in bed right now because we're good boys, and we go in our jammies at 9 p.m. and but no, mommy doesn't know this, but we're staying up all night and drinking adult beverages.
Devil's eye.
So yeah, we can cross off our list getting shit-faced in the mountains. After Sarek National Park, we drove south, and you really have to mind all the reindeers along the way. These are cute at first, but seriously, these fuckers are all over the roads. You really have to drive safe. But boy, these reindeer are good eating. all the way from Ritsem to Östersund. Now, I've been bashing cities this whole time, but man, does Östersund have it all. A smart city with universities, the dynamic food and nightlife scene. It's got architecture, it's got the nature and wildlife surrounding the city that's baked into the Great Lake. I mean, wow, this city is really impressive. I would gladly revisit it and spend more time trying out all the sorts of activities that it offers. This time we only stopped by and got a quick guided tour from Johan's friend, and then we were off heading south again with a night spent next to a lake.
When the Rolling Stones sang about Gimme Shelter, this is what they sang about.
Yes sirree, Bob, that was actually some sort of pan flute music. And alright, these fuckers again, seriously, watch the road, they will kill you and your family. We saw a couple of them who just didn't want to move of a speeding truck, seriously, alright. Moving on, we're going home, yes sirree, Bob, a lot of footage of going home. Here's a dark road, and soon we are back in Örkelljunga where we started.
480 mil. Satfläsk, det där gjorde vi bra.
Yeah.
Eller du, jag har inte kört 1 meter.
Sure, there are a lot of amazing places you could stop, but this is what we chose, and hope you guys liked it. Like, subscribe, and comment. But don't be too harsh on the comments, because this was our first little piece of shit trip video.
Yeah, the first piece of shit little trip video, and probably the last also, because internet will rip us apart. However, if you do want to see another traveling video, then let us know, we'll make it better and, you know, whatever, more extravagant. Let us know in the comments where you want us to go. Anywhere in the world, we'll probably won't go there. But this was really fun. At a scale of 1, the Szechuan sauce, this was probably like a solid good, like reindeer meat good, and that shit's delicious, man. So yeah, subscribe and I don't know, do whatever you want. I don't have a script for this, so you know, let's make another piece of shit movie.